Hey, it's Phil Wade from Dalton Wade Real Estate Group, and today we're talking about internet leads, which is one of the components of the 4 horsemen for real estate success. Okay, internet leads, what are they? They're leads that come in, they're contacting you via the internet, expressing interest usually on a particular property. Maybe your listing, hopefully it is, but if not, it might be on another agent's listing through Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, Facebook. There's 50, I don't want to say million, but there's a lot of providers that will, generate internet leads for you as an agent. Again, those are leads. You're not getting them off your listing, so you're paying for those leads, okay? Now, again, I mentioned when we talked about the 4 horsemen for success, try very hard not to enter into any long-term contracts with any internet lead provider, because if it doesn't work and they don't gin up good leads for you, you're locked in and it's going to be unprofitable, and we don't want that. So if it works, great, but if it doesn't work, you want to have the ability to cancel it. Okay, so let's talk about what do we do with internet leads. So we get those leads in. Dalton Wade, Phil here, he invests a fair amount of money in the company's CRM, Boomtown. Boomtown is the company's, it is one of the top lead converters out there. So you want to have, and we're going to do a separate training on Boomtown, so you'll have some knowledge of that. But you want to make sure you're working those internet leads as best you can. So let me talk a little bit about internet leads in general. So there's 3 types of internet leads. Lead 1, they're looking for an agent right now. If you call them, text them, email them, you have a fair chance, if you hit the right person, that and you get them out and they like you and everything goes well, you're going to be able to sell them a property in the next week to 2 months, fairly quickly. Awesome, right? We wish everybody, every lead that came through was like that, but unfortunately it's not. So that's group 1. But those type of internet leads do exist. Group 2, their timing is further out. Even though they're contacting an agent now, they're still probably anywhere from 2 months to even a year, even longer sometimes, before they're ready to purchase. What do you do with them? You keep in touch with them. You work them. You become their friend online. You become their de facto real estate agent because you've kept in touch with them. You've checked in with them. Oh, how's it? You've kept, Twitter used to say, keep the conversation going. That's the same with internet leads. You keep the conversation going. Boomtown provides you some intelligence. Oh, are they searching? Are they looking? Are they opening your emails? What are they looking at? Again, you kind of keep that conversation going. You're pinging them, okay? You may be an agent that got 100 emails from Phil. Why did he send you 100 emails? Because number 101, I got you to respond on. It's the same concept. You're keeping in touch so that when they're ready, they know you're there and you get their business. That's group 2. So they're a little bit further out, but and they take a little bit more effort. But again, if they're going to buy a $400,000 house from you and you're going to have a commission of $10,000 to $12,000, isn't putting in a little bit of effort worthwhile? And then group 3, unfortunately, which is the biggest group, don't convert. They're terrible. You can work them as hard as humanly possible, but they're not qualified. They were just shopping, and they really are never ever going to buy anything. So unfortunately, that is just part of the internet buyer landscape. So what's a good conversion percentage? A good agent who's working internet leads well will get 4 to 5% conversion. So that means out of every 100 leads they get, they'll convert 4 or 5 into transactions. Some Dalton Wade agents are up in the 7 or 8% range, so they're much better at it. They use Boomtown, to the hilt in terms of managing that. So it's a process, and as part of this video, you want to read the blog article we've written on how to convert internet leads. It will help you. And you'll eventually develop your own, kind of your own way. We like what we call the 2 times 3. So it's 2 phone calls, 2 emails, 2 text notifications. and then if they don't respond, you set them up with a property alert, and then you kind of watch them, follow them, and then every so often you check in, especially if they're active, opening your emails, opening your property alerts, searching on your website. You might, hit them again and see if, they're ready to go out and look at some property. So there's a ton of information out there, both through Dalton Wade and on the internet, about how to convert internet leads. One of my favorite ones, it's called 10 Days of Pain. 10 Days of Pain. Go on YouTube and you type in real estate agent 10 Days of Pain. The person who did this video, extremely aggressive in terms of how they go about converting internet leads. They wouldn't do it if it didn't work. You have to find your own sort of way, but internet leads can be expensive, so you want to make sure nothing slips between the cracks. So that's internet leads. Thanks so much for tuning in.